everyone, welcome to another video. I'm doing a stair-step card process using the Ever After kit from the Greeting Farm. I used this last week, and I'm using this little image, Krissa and the castle, for my little scene card. And I love creating scene cards, so I'm just going to color up my images with my Copic markers. And you guys saw me how I did this last time, so I'm not going to tell you how I'm doing this, but I think I was inspired by The Little Mermaid for this card. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to play some music for you guys and then come back at you and let you know what else I'm doing. thought I'd be clever and add some stickles to my images. So I couldn't find the stickles I wanted to use. Here I am searching in my stash, and so I found some, I think it's Stampin' Up! Dazzling Diamonds, and it's pretty much the same thing as stickles. I added it to the little windows of the castle, and then I went a little crazy and decided to add it to her dress, and then I added some Wink of Stella to her hair. And now I'm just going to fussy cut, and I think I edited out a lot of the fussy cutting because this video would be really long if I included it. Now, fussy cutting those flags at the top of the castle was a little hard, and I accidentally cut one off, and you'll see it, but I don't think it really affected much. And what I like to do when I fussy cut, I finish off the piece using a black marker, and in this case I used my Copic 100, and then I go from the back and then just kind of run the edge of my brush tip along the edge of the image. So it creates a nice little finishing touch to your fussy cut images, and I think it ends it really well. And as you can see, I have a little bit of white space, or yeah, like white space from not fussy cutting all the way, and it helps so that you don't have to fussy cut really intricate images too carefully, I guess. But like I said, I went a little crazy, and so one of the piece of that flag on the top got overlooked, I guess, or cut off accidentally. So those are my two images, and then I decided at the last minute I wanted to add Prince Eric, so I colored up, I think it's Elliot, or I don't know if it was Leonard, one of the other images from the set. So here I am cutting my piece of cardstock to, I believe it is 5.5 by 10.5, and I'm just using a plain like vanilla colored cardstock that I had in my stash. Now forgive me, I don't have my measurements handy, so I hope you can pay attention where I'm going to start scoring the stairs. So let's see, I have notes next to me while I'm doing this. So I go from 1.25, and you don't have to do this, but I flip the card stock so that it makes it easier to cut. 2.5, 4.25, excuse me, and 6, and then 8.25. So it should create a nice like fan effect, accordion effect, I guess. And I'm just running my bone folder along the scoring just so that it gives me a crisper fold. And then it's time to put together my piece. I've had some like shimmery cardstock from Dynami Design in my stash for a while, so I decided to use a bunch of it. I think it's from Dynami. This is the Grass Border Punch from Martha Stewart. So I wanted to create some grass, so I cut that out, ran that along the edge, and then I had a problem measuring. I wanted this to be part of the widest piece of the step. So I measured a few times. I don't know what my brain was thinking. I think that ended up being after all that was said and done, I think it ended up being 2.5 tall. I cut it too much. I think I went to 3.5, and then I trimmed it down. I realized it's too tall, so I went to 2.5 for that back piece. And it really doesn't matter if you have the bottom part empty, I guess I should say. So I ran my ATG. And stuck that in the back. And what I mean by the bottom piece empty, no one's going to see that part anyway. You just need the top part covered. Then I put the castle on the left side. Sometimes when you use the ATG, it's just so big and bulky. I don't know why I torture myself using that thing. It gives my arm a workout sometimes. Then I had some brown, I believe I had some brown shimmery cardstock, so I thought that would be like the land in front of the castle. So instead of using my trimmer, well, I use my trimmer, but I decided to tear it. And I think I made it too tall. So I cut that down, I think, to 2 inches. And then adhered it, and I'm off camera. Filming, guys, is not easy. Especially when I've used my phone for the last couple of videos, and it's hard. I begged my husband to create like a stand for me. I have a overhanging mount thing, but it's too close to the desk and it actually gets in my way. So I decided to put Prince Eric in land, like waiting for Ariel to come. I figured I would make this a Little Mermaid themed card because um, everyone does Cinderella, everyone even does Snow White. I think I've done a Cinderella card before, but I thought this would be fun. So this is a wave border die from my Creative Time, and I wanted to use this one because it had the stitch edge. So I used some it looks like a teal or an aqua shimmery piece of cardstock. These pieces are actually thinner than regular cardstock. They're paperweight, I guess, or text weight, but they hold up pretty good. I haven't used them. I just found them in my stash, but you can use whatever you want. You can use, I think it would look really pretty with pattern paper in the colors that you want to use. So I created the wave, and it looks like Eric is in the water, but he's not in the water. He's on the other side of the ocean. So this is going to be sand. Since Ariel is in her princess dress, she can't be swimming in the water, so she's not a mermaid at this moment. She is a human with legs. So she's going to be standing in the sand, and then the ocean is between them, and she has to get to him. So another thing you could do is distress the edges with some brown ink to make it look more sandy, but I was pressed for time, so I didn't do that. But you can create an intricate stair-step card as much as you want. I went for simplicity because I really like clean and simple cards. And then here is my Ariel. So I decided to offset her a little just so that the castle could be seen. And I adhered her down, and I decided to use what was I going to tell you? The sentiment from the Ever After kit that says "Dreams do come true." And I was hemming and hawing about where it would go, if I would use a different piece of cardstock to adhere it down. But I decided to just stamp it on the sand. And it did run into the waves a little bit, but I was okay with that. It doesn't bother me. So after mounting it on my block and then inking it up, I just opened up the card to give myself like a more level space, and then just stamped it with just black, tuxedo black memento. I am stuttering over my words. Tuxedo black ink from Memento. So that is my card. I hope you guys like it. And then you can write a sentiment on the back. And then people could stand it up wherever they display their cards. And then I wanted to show you guys it does fit in an A2 size envelope. And so that is the card for today. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to subscribe and like this video and let me know what you think. And hope you guys enjoyed my 2 greeting card videos. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.